Hey, hey, hey! It's Sunday fun day, so it's time for a lot of DIYs. So, you want to see what I'm gonna do? So, what am I gonna do and what I'm gonna use? So, I have these little beads that I prepared and put on a. I put them on a nail like that, so I can paint them. And yeah, maybe you like natural wood, but in this case I'm gonna paint them because I'm gonna make them to match. These it says glad påsk, so that would be happy Easter but in Swedish. So they're in different colors, so I'm gonna paint them and I replace these ribbons with these. I'm gonna use the green one, I think. Yeah, this jute. I'm a bit sad that they came 3 in a pack, but it was 2 of these normal brownish ones and 1 green, and I wish there were been like 1 brown, 1 green, and like a pink or something, or blue at least. But anyway, then I'm gonna make these to a little 4-leaf clover along with this ice cream. What's it called? Ice cream twigs things. They looked like that from the beginning. I cut 1 in half because I'm gonna make 2 of those. And I have these rings, and they came from a washing machine, a package in the bottom, and I'm gonna make them to be little what is it called, napkin rings, 2 versions. And what else? I had something more. Yeah, so it will be a lot of painting, but anyway, yeah, I have this. I'm gonna repaint this thing I had before. You know what is that? Because you can hardly see the Santa thing anyway, but I want to use this, so I'm gonna paint that. So let's start. Yeah, and I have some tea while I work here. So yeah. And I forgot, I have made little normal 3-leaf clover things with that I'm gonna do in paper, and I used this and traced out. So I'm gonna cut those out and put on this little backing thing, and that's what I'm gonna put behind the other 4 leaves ones. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's start. Need a brush. I thought I would start with some painting because that would be easier, so it will dry in time. So where did I put my colors? There. Acrylic paint. I think it was from the dollar store actually here in Sweden. So yeah. And it's like several different colors. I was hoping there would be a pinkish one here, but I guess I'm gonna have to make me one. Or maybe skip that and make an orange one. That would work. Yeah. I was hoping I had my little painter's tray thing, but I can't find where I put it last. So I have too much stuff here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip ahead on a lot of this. Edit it away. That's a really orange one. It's more orange than the letters. Yeah, they're gonna have to turn a bit whiter. Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to make up where I'm gonna put them afterwards. Because I don't really know how many I'm gonna have of the same colors. Yeah, one even. It's 10 beads anyway, so I guess I will have 3 in one color, 3 in another color, and 4 in one color. Yeah. So the other day, when I couldn't sleep, I watched Janny and Dyannes when she did her DIYs live. So yeah, for me that's like, yeah, she probably goes live like in an hour or so from this time. So yeah, it's not like midnight, but it's not quite morning yet either. So yeah, let's see. So I started some painting, and it's kind of turned out to be like 50 shades of green and blue, but because I ended up mixing a bit to get some different colors. So the beads, whoops, are now a few in this color. It's like bluish green, and then I made some in the orange you saw them, and then some in a bit more green. Yeah, they're pretty much dry, so it doesn't matter that I knock some over. I pre-painted 2 of these in this dark green color. 2 are in this green, but it's not quite the right green. So I'm going to add some yellow to this soon. And then the hearts are right now in this green. The stems didn't quite turn out to the same shade, but yeah, I think it's going to be fine anyway. Yeah, so let's paint some yellow to this, because they need to be a bit more limey. So I just put some yellow on this thing, because I ran out of room on my plate. And I don't want to accidentally mix in other colors now. But, yeah. So let's see. I'm hoping, yeah, that this is a bit lighter. So it's not gonna. It doesn't need to be perfect covered anymore. Because it's just a base. But it needs to not show through too much, because it's gonna be these are gonna be decoupaged, kind of. I hope that's how it works out. And then this is why I'm turning out different colors on my fingers, because it's a bit messy. And I still didn't do all sides. I waited a bit and yeah, and then turned them. But right now I'm starting to get a bit impatient here. It's a good thing this yellow one is a bit more see-through, because it's they're all a bit what should I call it? They're all acrylic, but this yellow one and one of the big white I have are a bit more metallic, so they turn out a bit more sheer. And in this case, that's a good thing. So I'm just brushing this a bit. Now, where should I put this so I don't knock it over? Maybe here. Ooh, I haven't put the cork on, because I didn't know if I needed more yellow. But yeah, let's do that later. Where did I put that on there? See, you can tell that they're the same color anymore, but yeah, that's kind of the point. And there's 2 reasons why I painted these rings. One is so they won't show through to one color, and the other one is I don't want the glue to like soak into this thing, because it's like pressed paper and like layers kind of thing. So I don't want the glue to end up just being in the ring, and the thing I'm gluing it on to going to fall off fast. So yeah, I don't think it's some point here that will start it off. I hope. That's now I'm just painting this to be done to get to the next stage of this. Yeah, there I missed it. So yeah, I'm sorry for making you look just watch me painting. If that's boring, then just maybe it's not a thing for you to watch this. But I hope you find it somewhat fun. I'm not going to edit in a lot of other sound here, so I'm just keep on talking a bit to you. Yeah, maybe I made a bit chatty after all of this boring year it's been, and well, sort of not ended yet. Like that. Well, it will dry a bit different, I think, but I think that's fair. Ooh, and now more layers of paint on me. And I need to put on the top of this paint towel I had over here, so it doesn't dry up on me. So let's change color, because we need to. Yeah, I need to find something to dry myself off on. No. So now I don't want this to be too much green in it, the next part. So I'm just gonna take off a bit of this so it doesn't turn out too green, because the little planter tub I want more blue. So I kind of wish I had more blue, but yeah, I think it will be enough for this project, maybe. Or maybe I should just use this blue. Yeah, I have that. I forgot I had this one. A bigger one. Let's use that for, just to be sure. So... yeah, it had these Santas on it, but when you put it down, you can hardly see them, because they're like, yeah, this is like the best you see them. You don't see them when you actually have it on the table. So, and I'm not going to paint the inside a lot, just a bit down so you can't see this, this color too much. But I think I'm pretty much going to do the outside first. So I can just pour it on. And I haven't removed too much of the decoupage someone made on this, because it was there too hard. And I don't mind if it looks a bit rustic. I mean, that's more farmhouse, right? That's sort of my style a bit, or what I'm trying to go for here. Yeah. So, sorry for not even showing you this, but yeah, I'm just poured on and then trying to get it a bit more all over. Yeah. So I'm just gonna skip you not having to see this too much, so it will be painted more next time. Hey, so I'm back painting another color. I'm not sure that's gonna dry in time, but anyway, I'm gonna show it how it is later. But then I also painted these a bit more whitish. I'm gonna show how I'm gonna use them later. And I've cut out the clovers, both in paper and in this well paper. Is it called well paper? Yeah, where you are. Cardboard paper, maybe. And it's just, I don't like the raw edges, so that's why I painted the edges a bit dark green. Yeah, and I thought it would be a cool look. So yeah, they're dried fast. Everything that's paper or would have dried really fast. That tray thing, not so much. Or container, or whatever you want to call it. And I need to go wash my hands before next step here. So yeah, good thing for you that you don't have to watch that. So yeah, power bank in the way. Let's get it on the other side here. You need power to finish your things. So I think we're gonna finish the little beaded thing first. So yarn or jute. Oh, where's the end on this thing? I haven't. Why do they make it so? Oh, there it is. I found it. How much do I need? I need like that, and then some. Sort of. I can always trim the ends later. Where's my scissor? No, I don't quite like that it's this phrase, so sorry for disappearing on you. You can actually burn off the ends a bit. You just have to watch out so it doesn't burn too much. like that. Avoid it. Yeah. First bead. And I wanted the beads to stay in place, so I'm going to do another knot on the next end on the bottom of it. So sorry for all this. I'm probably just going to, after I done the first little part, I'm going to stop this and show you a bit in the end again. So yeah, can you tell it's one knot on each end of the little bead? Yeah, and then I'm going to use my pack of letters in between. So I need to open this. Should have opened that. I prepared this. Why didn't I open this package? And why are they stuck? They're stuck in the... Okay, that's not good. Okay, the letters is stuck in the package, so see you in a bit. So, for the letters, I'm adding a bit in between, and then I threaded it, and then I just knot it on the top instead, because I want the... like between this, because I want it to stay, but I don't want it to go on the side too much. So I hope this works better. So it's gonna be like that, and then another bead, so another knot. So this didn't go quite as I was planning, because I didn't use it enough, and it kept fraying, and the brown one haven't done that for me, but it broke, so I had to do a little extra add-on. So I have to find a way to hide that or something in the end. But right now I'm gonna just cut the longer ends of that. And I've made a big mess on me and on the floor, but that's for cleanup later. So I'm not gonna show you exactly how I'm gonna display this right now, but it will be displayed somehow in the end of this video. That's starting to turn out a really long one. So next part, but first I need to find a few pieces that fell to the floor for me. So let's start doing something a bit easier to complete of these things. Hopefully. One never know how this is going. I just need to find my pieces. Oh, it's now bigger. That's not good. I forgot to check that I did this right, so it's a bit big space. But never mind, I don't think that will be seen when I put the hearts together. Yeah. Carlsson's klister. Universal glue type thing. So I kind of wish I had the hot glue sticks, but I don't know where I have them even. So, or if I have more of the right kind. But for this one, that could have been a good idea, perhaps. Yeah. But instead I'm using this. It's still threaded out. Oh. Yeah. Stuff keeps falling to the floor. So I'm just gluing them on this little thing. Oh, and now the glue is coming out where I don't want it to come out quite yet. Ah, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this up. Maybe I need to put some pressure on this thing too. I'm not sure. I hope I don't glue my... Hope I don't glue it to my table. Might be a little risk of this. Oh. Yeah. This is sticky. And you're not supposed to be here right now. Yeah, I might not have glued this perfectly where I wanted it to be, but I think it's gonna be okay. Like that. The St. Patrick's Day four-leaf clover. I'm gonna try to hide these things, the holes, with this little thing that I've taken from, if anyone remembers, when I had this thing on my tablescape last year sometime, I think. So I cut off a little edge because I'm not going to use that many, but I might want to use that part somewhere else again. So I don't want to take too much, but it's like this netting thing around it, a bit too much of it actually. So I now need to make 8 pieces of those, since I'm doing 2 of the clovers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still a bit left for other projects. I think I have to trim a bit extra on the sides of them. And here comes the tricky part, really tricky part. A tiny little dot on something that's just a bit too tiny for this. And then to get it on the right, yeah. Like that. You can see that I got a string of glue in there. Let's see if I can take it off. And I got glue on the back side. I don't want to accidentally glue it to my table, but it's a bit risky because I have some glue on the back. I kind of wish I had some felt or something so I could glue on this thing better together on the back. So I have some water in this cup that I was going to use for another DIY, but I can't find all the supplies for that one. So I have some water, just so this goes a bit smoother, I hope. some glue. And I'm going to glue on this and then glue on the paper on them, on the other ones. You know what I mean by now, right? I hope. If you kept watching. And if I don't edit this in the wrong way later on. So I'm just putting some on and then just spreading it out a bit more. So it's like all over. And then I'm taking the piece of paper and just putting it straight on this thing. And I hope now I cut it right, because that will probably show. Maybe not. Please move. To get this on in a good way wasn't that easy. Yeah, it's a good thing I painted the edges a bit, because they don't seem to fit together as I was thinking when I made them. So yeah, and I need a bit more glue. That little end there. That's how they look. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that like 6 more times. So hang on. So these green ones I'm basically just gonna use as scatter on the tablescapes and such. So I'm not doing anything more on the back. And I just glued on the top too. I hope it dries soon and looks better then. And then the gold ones, like this, I'm gonna add a piece, a little stick on the back before I add over the other gold thing again. So I'm just gonna decide how much it should be. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna use this glue for that part, just so it stays better. Back side, front side so far. And then I'm just gonna glue on this on the top of that. And I'm guessing I'm gonna have to shape it a bit. So just crinkled it up a bit, like that. And then I'm gonna need these. It's too wet. And some glue of this version. And I think I'm gonna have to do it on the piece of paper this time and not on the cardboard. So I'm just spreading it out like this. And I did that on the other parts earlier, if you couldn't tell then. I'm it's still it's really hard to show you. I hope you understand it. It's just basic decoupaging thing. Sort of. It's a good thing I can hide behind part because it's not gonna look as good. And I need to get it to stick. Better. It's like not very even, but that's why I painted the sides. So it's this side you're gonna see the most. And then I'm gonna do the next part. So now these ones, what am I supposed to do with them? Well, I already said what they're supposed to be, so I just need to see the start here. This is actually from the dollar store here in Sweden. Yeah, just need to find the edge and take off the little tape part. So it's a ribbon like this. So I'm gonna, and this is why I painted it, because I guess it's pretty hard to wrap it around here great all the time. So if it shines through it, then it doesn't matter that much because it's almost the same color. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna glue a little end and then wrap and then glue, you know. So I can't show you all this because it won't. But I'm just gonna start inside here with a little end. I just need more sticky glue first. School glue won't do here. And I think I'm gonna have some extra glue in the first side. Oh my god, how much you need for this? I have no idea. I should have measured that first, I guess. Well, hope I get the ends in the middle part, since that won't show as much. Can you hear that it's really, really windy outside here? Right now. I don't know if you can tell, but this whole time I've been filming, it's been windy like crazy. So, like this. So I'm just going to wrap it all around and show you a bit later. So, this is how it turned out. Pretty good, right? And then I'm gonna take the lighter one and decoupage it a bit. So I'm gonna use this napkin. I forgot to open it. The only thing is I don't know how to do this in a different way. I've never tried to do a napkin, but yeah. It's just this very flowery, and it's because of this light green that I wanted this to be lighter. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna need to take off some backing from this thing. I don't know if it was a 2-ply or 3-ply. I guess I need to. It says 3 layer. Maybe then I need to take one more off. But I can't find the next one. Yeah. I guess this first and second layer is really stuck together. But never mind. Yes. I'm wondering if I'm gonna do this in strips or maybe that's the easiest. Maybe I need to cut this in strips first. So only thing is, how much do I need? Because I need to make it. Just. I don't think you can avoid the size getting a bit wrinkly. So I'm just pressing. It's a good thing no one can see the inside because it's going to be a bit different. Yeah, different match. This is. I don't want this to dry out in between, but I shouldn't put it down right now. Yeah. Love is all around us, and so the feeling grows. Don't know why I got that in my head, but don't mind me. Yeah. So I have the side here too. Now I just needs to get it on the inside. I think I'm gonna do that off camera. So this is my little display of my DIYs. So the string with Glad Påsk, that means Happy Easter, is across here, and I will string it up somewhere at some point. But right now it's here. This is so you can see all of them. And I tied a little raffia string to this one. It was from the dollar store here. And there's those. And you see the napkins. Yes, that's like Christmas or wintry napkins, but it's what I had out right now. So it's just so you can see how you use those. And then I put some beads in there, and that's yeah. And I was thinking to paint it a bit white too, but I ran out of time because that took forever to dry up. Oh, and I didn't mean to paint that far in it. I dropped some paint. And then I put those gold ones with a bigger bow, but that took forever to make on those shamrocks. And I put them in my roses I got for Valentine's. So that was this. Yeah, and it's at my coffee bar right now. Next to the sink. So hope that didn't bother you too much. Yeah. I'm gonna try to, like that. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for this time. See you again soon. Bye. Hej då.